there's a lot of practices around the league today being canceled. What was the conversations like this morning with your team, and how did that process go?
Well, I spoke briefly with the Leadership Council today. We're going to continue conversations later this afternoon. We have a gap in our schedule. We're treating this today like a day before a game. Obviously, we had a morning practice. That's a little bit different than what we do on a normal Saturday before a Sunday game. But we've got a chunk of time till we lead up to evening meetings, and we're going to, reconvene later tonight before we kick off the special teams and unit meetings. So we're letting the players think about, what they want to do. We're going to have conversations as a coaching staff and ownership with them tonight, and we'll have more answers then.
Was canceling practice a realistic option, or was it sort of a continuation from yesterday when you said that they told you that they wanted to practice because of and as Leonard said, the shortened preseason and the shortened training camp and all?
Yeah, our players voiced that opinion. They want to continue going with it. We had a conversation with it 2 days ago and then again yesterday. But, these guys have been, very urgent about continuing on work. That doesn't detract at all from what we're doing in the community, from the action we're taking as a team, for how we're staying organized within the social justice groups we have in the Team of Teams program. So we're just making sure that we allot time within the day that we have that as a team to work going forward.
Chris?
Coach, how you doing? Your 2-minute offense today. Some good things, some sloppy things. Overall, this camp, how do you feel Jones is running your 2-minute offense?
I think the unit's making a lot of improvement. 2-minute, 4-minute situation are things that teams have to really get a feel for each other. Look, for me and Jason as head coach and coordinator, me and Pat in 4-minute situations, the offense with the personality, the play calling, and then understanding each unique situation. This is why we're practicing on a daily basis to make sure we iron out any kinks. But I think the progress has been very good. I'm pleased with the way it's going.
Thank you.
Dougie?
Hey, Joe. Didn't see Martinez out there today. Any update on him?
He's just checked with the trainers on something. We have more updates later. We'll let you guys know.
Okay, and then Matt Parrott, saw him, getting some work with the ones. What has he shown to, impress you?
Yeah, he's a guy that comes to work every day at the lunch pail, and he's improved going along. So, as we said early in camp, we're going to move our line around. We're going to work guys at different spots, make sure we build in versatility and position depth. And, we kind of moved some guys around today for that purpose, and these guys improved every day.
When Sterling makes that great play and tosses the ball and you kind of ask him to just clean it up, how important are moments like that just, no matter who the player is, that you're just kind of reinforcing the way that you need things to go?
Look, every practice is a mini game. You have to learn from the experiences going forward. He made a tremendous play on the play, and then he threw a ball. That's a 15-yard penalty. We're going to have the ball at the 10-yard line. The penalty's going to put us at the 25-yard line. That's not something we're going to accept from any player on the team. So it's a learning lesson that he's got to take and go forward, but it's important that everybody else learns from that same lesson, that we don't have to repeat the mistake.
And who was the player you just met on the field late? Was that Williams or Russell? Who was that?
It was neither of those guys, Pat, but it was no one I'm going to give by name right now. It was neither of those guys you named.
All right, thanks.
Lombardo?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
Hey, you said that you're going to have extensive conversations with your team later today moving forward. Does that mean that there's the possibility that the scrimmage tomorrow night might not be played? I know some teams around the league have canceled that. Just curious where you guys stand with yours.
I can't really live in the hypotheticals right now, Matt. Right now we're planning on having a scrimmage tomorrow. We'll continue the conversation with our team later on, and we'll see where that takes us.
Thanks.
Joe, you mentioned ownership was involved in these conversations. What kind of a role has John played in this?
Well, John's been active since the spring in terms of voicing to the players, his support. But I really let John speak for himself on that. I think John's been a key figure, obviously, him and Steve. But, starting back in the spring, they've been active and present in meetings we've had, whether it's through Zoom. And now as we meet in person with them, gives us an opportunity to all get together.
And then how are you going to split up the roster tomorrow for the scrimmages? Is it going to be offense versus defense, or are you going to kind of mix them up?
You know what it will be. We'll have the special teams will be full offense units, full defense units, but otherwise it'll be offense versus defense. We explored the possibility of splitting the team into 2 teams. We felt it was really best for the offense and defensive coaches and units to get used to the communication that they're going to have on the sideline together to keep all the offense and defense together. We can still accomplish everything we want to, but we're just going to go one sideline offense, one sideline defense.
Thank you.
Patty?
Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Good, Patty. How you doing today?
Doing well, thanks. Assuming you have the scrimmage tomorrow, is it going to be scripted or is it going to be kind of a free-for-all? Pat's going to call his side, or how's it going to work exactly as far as, what you want to see and how it's going to be formatted?
Patty, there's certain scenarios I want to make sure that we build in. At some point, I may want to see a 2-minute and a half, 2-minute game, a 4-minute situation. I may want to see some low red zone work if that doesn't come up. So I have the freedom to kind of flex it and say spot the ball at a certain point. But I'm going to start with the mentality we're going to go out there and play ball. So we want to simulate this game as much as we can and let it be natural. Start with a kickoff, kick return, wherever the ball lies. We're just going to play it from there. And it'll be offense versus defense. They go 3 and out. We punt. We bring out the 2s. All right, they go and play.
Thanks, Coach.
Last question here, Pat Leonard.
Hey, Joe, I know you said you're still waiting to hear from the trainers, but can you say that is there a chance the Martinez issue is serious, or are you not too concerned?
I mean, at this moment right here, Pat, I'm not overly concerned. He's just kind of checking on something right now. We'll let you know more information as we go.